thanks for that information. Now, my last issue is the question of shooting in New South Wales, recreational hunting in New South Wales national parks. Now, question 073, you took the, I asked the question, was there any of the New South Wales reserves where recreational hunting, does the Blue Mountains World Heritage Area abut any of the New South Wales reserves where recreational hunting has been approved? Your answer was that the Blue Mountains World Heritage Area abuts the Goulburn River National Park. And that's one of the reserves listed by the New South Wales Government as being assessed for the Supplementary Pest Control Programme, which is, political speak for, hunting by amateurs in the park. Now, if we have an abutment to the Blue Mountains World Heritage Area where you're going to have recreational amateur hunters wandering around the Goulburn River National Park, how will those hunters delineate when they're in the Goulburn River National Park or in the Blue Mountains World Heritage Area? When does abutting become encroaching?
Senator, they would know that they had moved from one estate to the other if they had a GPS tracking device or if they were very good at reading maps.
These are amateur hunters. What if they're not good at reading maps and they don't have a GPS device?
Then they may not be aware that they've moved from one property into the other.
So there are implications for this legislation in New South Wales for the World Heritage Area in the Blue Mountains.
Well,
that would be the logical conclusion you'd have to come to.
That would be one conclusion. The World Heritage Area, as you know, Chair, is listed for its values, and whether a very small number of recreational hunters would have an impact on those values, I think is probably a matter for debate, but I would lean towards it being reasonably unlikely.
So if we've got one of the World Heritage Area rangers going about their business in the Blue Mountains World Heritage Area, and we've got these amateur hunters tramping around the Goulburn River National Park, abutting the World Heritage Area, firing at whatever they want to fire at, what are the health and safety implications for staff employed by the World Heritage Area or your department?
Well, Senator, we don't have World Heritage Area rangers employed by this department. The ranger arrangements are done by the New South Wales Government Rangers, and we're not experts in occupational health and safety risk analysis in that regard, but there would be a possibility of there being an unintended interchange between hunters and rangers.
An unintended interchange? You mean somebody could get killed?
That is possible.
Senator,
that is possible, yes.
We would have to assume that as part of any arrangements New South Wales is making in relation to their consideration of this legislation, they would be considering these issues and putting in place mechanisms.
Well, why would we assume that, Ms Dankin? Why would we assume anything if you're under political pressure from a sectional pressure group to bring in recreational hunting, and you've expended a lot of political energy in doing a deal with them? Why would you assume that they're going to look after this?
I can't imagine any government that would want to see a situation arise where there was a chance of somebody being accidentally killed.
Well, you may not, but that's not the debate that's taking place in New South Wales at the moment. Well, we're not in a court, Senator Boswell, and the officers know when they're being led. They're smarter than me. So you've conceded that there could be someone killed in the Blue Mountains World Heritage Area because of this amateur hunting that's going on in the Goulburn River National Park. Can you take on notice and can you provide me details of what actions we could take at the federal level to try and minimise someone who is using the Blue Mountains World Heritage Area in a recognised way, not being killed by some amateur shooter in the Goulburn River National Park.
We can certainly make inquiries about that and take that question on notice.